We're here to provide options. The roofing industry, for the most part, has a very, very slim window of options. You're either going to tear it off more often than not if a roof is in failure. After probably years of repair, you're going to either try to recover it as another option, or now, if it's a candidate, you have coating as an option, not just as a protectorant, but as an actual roof system.
Today we're talking about a roof restoration system specifically involved in silicone coatings, high solid silicone coatings, and restoring this roof and giving a 10-year warranty on the system.
The real candidates that we're seeing for recoating were installed 20, 25, 30 years ago, when there was a revolution in the roofing industry where you saw a lot more single plies and a lot of closed cell styles of insulation. These are the roofs now that are at the end of their service lives and are now becoming candidates to be coated. In this particular roof system, the existing conditions were a single ply or a white sheet over the top of a closed cell insulation with extremely good positive drainage, well-drained saddles, what we would consider, after core samples, an ideal candidate for recoating. The roofing consultants, like myself, are the last guys in line. If there's a problem or a failure, we're going to be the guys that are actually going to be put out in front of it. We're going to make sure that it's correct. To determine the condition of a roof, we do core samples and, when necessary, a thermoscan. We're very concerned about any type of moisture in the system or condensation in the system. So what those core samples are going to tell us is there moisture in it, is a saturation level to the point that we don't feel that it's going to be coatable, because that saturation or moisture will ultimately find its way through that membrane and affect the coating. So it being dry is paramount to the success of a coating application. In this particular case, there were multiple drains. We took 10 core samples on this particular project, all in the drain areas, which would be the lowest areas, more susceptible to being wet. Found them all to be dry. Based on that evaluation, the positive drainage, the condition of the membrane, and our ability and know-how to cleaning it, we felt that we would be successful coating it.
So once we've determined that this is a good candidate for restoration, what do we really do to clean this roof? We use a series of high-pressure washes along with some biodegradable detergents. We also use some surface cleaners. In some cases, we'll use industrial floor scrubbers along with the detergent to soften the dirt and then pressure wash the roof clean.
This is all about adhesion. Our whole system is about adhesion, and the whole coating industry is about ultimate adhesion. If it's clean, the technology and the coatings and the primers will work. If it's not, there's too many what we call in our industry bond breakers, any oils, anything that could be left behind after a cleaning that could cause the product to debond or not adhere correctly. The next step would be the installation of the primers. We happen to be very big fans of primers.
Once we've super cleaned the roof, we'll come back and we apply a two-part water-based epoxy primer to the entire surface. We'll apply that, depending on the roof substrate, between 300 to 450 square feet per gallon. What we're trying to do is create a surface profile to enhance adhesion to our finish coat material, the finished silicone material.
There's two ways to put a primer on. We use a two-part primer, which we feel is a very effective and a very aggressive type of primer. This particular primer can be put on either by rolling it or it can be sprayed. Both spraying and rolling are effective methods. We don't coat until we're positive about the condition of the primer. The next step would be the detail coating, which would be a detail at all penetrations, 3-coat, and fabric when needed or required by the manufacturer in order to make their warranty requirements. After the primer and the detail coats have been done, we do a complete inspection of the existing system as it sits at that point prior to doing the application of the coatings. The actual final coat in this particular installation is a silicone-based product that, once it's applied at a specific rate, will cure out into a monolithic sheet and provide long-lasting service. Manufacturers have requirements as far as millage or the amount of material that's applied in any specific roof system. We watch and we match that particular recommendation very closely because it will determine the performance of the actual product. If that millage isn't correct, that manufacturer isn't going to want to provide that warranty. So we're very, very conscious and very, very careful when we put it down. A&Z Roofing has been in business over 35 years, and we pride ourselves on our customers' concerns and our needs. A candidate that's coatable in relation to tearing it off, the savings is easily within the 50% range or more. Not only are we talking about the actual cost savings, but environmentally, we don't have to fill landfills with old roof systems. If we can salvage these roofs and restore them into a functioning condition and keep them in that condition, everyone benefits. The beauty of using coatings when you are a candidate is that not only can you coat it, you can continue to coat it. Almost all the manufacturers, the coating manufacturers, will provide a minimum of a 10-year warranty with the understanding that if it's maintained and cleaned, that it becomes a renewable warranty. That's something that's unique. It's something that's obviously over the long haul, it's going to be a major, major cost savings.